Alright, as you can see on the timer, I think it's been 29 minutes and it's 8-9 seconds.
Okay, so as you can see, the traditional teepee fire is pretty much out. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's got some coals there and it's giving off a little bit of heat, but it's definitely not burning anymore. You could probably push some of those coals together and get a little bit more of a flame, maybe, if you blew it into flame, but it's, for all intents and purposes, it's done. Now, if you look over here at the upside down fire, now we constructed this different because some of the comments that we got when we did the first one, now we never did this before, had any experience with it, so they told us to maybe try and push it together and allow less air gap between the wood. So that's what we did, and it took a lot longer to get going. It was really slow to get started, and at first we almost thought it was going to go out, but then it started to catch, and as you see, it probably hasn't even consumed half of the wood yet. So we're going to allow this to keep burning and see what happens. It's fully engulfed now and it's putting out a lot of heat, so it took a while to get rolling, but it's going good now. We'll just keep checking back and see how long it lasts.
So why don't we'll just come back right towards the end and then we'll show how long it's been going. So right now it's timer says 30 minutes and 20 seconds, so we'll come back in a little while. Alright, I don't know if you can see that, 44 minutes 52 seconds, upside down fire.
So this one, the traditional fire, there's some coals here, but it's pretty much out. This one here,
it's been going about 15 minutes longer now.
And which part of that time is because it took longer to get started. And that's what people said. The part of the extended burn time is the fact that it does take longer for that one to get started. But I think that it's actually, in my opinion, it has burned longer than the other one, even taking into account the extra time that it took to get going fully. What do you think, brother?
Well, and also I think from at least looking at it, this one's got a hotter bed of coals. Looks like the coals in the center there are, you know, a lot bigger and a lot hotter. You can see them glowing in there, where the other one, they went out quicker. So it'll be interesting to see how much longer this one retains heat even after it goes out.
Yeah, it's staying more compact. This one spreads out, it lets the air get in there, and it lets it, you know, cools off quicker. This one stays compact and keeps that heat in the center there. So we'll come back one final time when this is about dead and basically just show you the end product and how long it took.
Alright, it's 59 minutes and 18 seconds since we started our little upside down fire and teepee fire tests.
So as you can see, this one over here, even the coals are pretty much gone.
It died around 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean the coals are even cool now. Now I got gloves on, but I mean there's nothing there. And I'm not going to do that with this one. But as you can see, this still actually has active flame and fire. See, this one, there's no way I can get any flame back on it.
Not even any smoke.
This one is still, the coals are hot, still burning. Probably only got, 5 or 10 more minutes of heat left in there, but still, definitely lasted longer. Definitely didn't need any tending. It wasn't just the fact that it took longer to start.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. I think it probably took about 10 minutes to get started versus the other one, so you subtract that out. This one still got about an extra 20 minutes of burn time for the same amount of fuel.
So it's definitely, I'm not sure who gave us a tip. We'll try and find that out, but can't remember right now while we're up here in the woods. But definitely they were correct that it should be more compactly, put together. No airspace between your fuel wood, and it definitely lasts longer. So it's definitely something you might want to think about in certain situations where you don't want to have to tend your fire and you want it to last as long as possible, especially if you have scarcity of fuel wood or some type. You might be needing a fire while you're sleeping and you don't want to get up so often to tend it, but it's definitely something to look at. So we encourage you. We don't have a lot of experience with this, but we encourage you, if this is something that interests you, get out, try it, practice with it. That's what we're trying to do, build our skill, build our knowledge of different types of fires. So this is Jack
and Travis
with Two Brothers Adventures saying get out and try some new skills.